creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for Creative Week 42. So we are starting out this week with something a little different. I feel like I say that a lot. It's not really different, but anyway, this is a printable from Johanna Clough. I think I said that correctly. She is a YouTuber here. You probably know her, but if you don't, I will leave her linked below. She did a zine last year of some of her journal pages and has decided to do a zine series for 2018 where she releases a different zine every month. And it's called Pages from Our Journals, and she has little prompts and stuff in it and some inspiration. So what I did was I printed out the zine and I put it together. And the way you print it out, you're left with blank sides, which you're meant to glue together, but instead I left mine blank so that I could journal on them. So obviously, or not obviously, but without a surprise, the first page is all about goals and plans for the new year and stuff. So I decided to use this to journal about my crafty goals for the year. So I just pulled out a bunch of scraps from my scrap bin and put it over the page so it wasn't white anymore, and to kind of strengthen it a little bit since it just is printer paper. Then I stuck down one of my printables from the Shine printable on my Etsy shop. That's the one with the stars there. And I took a mixed media card that I made with the Take 5 challenge. And I'm going to journal on that. This next page, I'm taking more scraps. I'm really trying to use up my scrap bin. It's quite full, so I'm trying to use it as much as I can so that I have room to use new papers. So just putting that down. This page here, the prompts again are kind of about the new year and projects and stuff, but she made a vision board as an example, which is gorgeous. But I thought I would make like a mini vision board for the pirate journal that I want to make. So every time I find some inspiration for it, I'm going to stick pictures here and stuff. So I just started it off with just some scrapbook paper collage and circles. So I'll continue working on that. But I wanted to keep working on this page. I used a Jane Davenport mermaid marker in this yellow gold color. I think it's like Pirate's Gold or something. Fitting, I know. And journaled about how I want to make more printables for you guys and story-based journals this year. And then I used this Tim Holtz journaling card and some male-themed ephemera with the two little girls there to journal about my Happy Mail goals. I really want to get into a good rhythm of in and out so I don't feel so swamped all the time. And be more intentional, quality over quantity, basically. I used another Tim Holtz journaling bit at the top just to write 2018, and used this journaling label here. I cut it off and used the cutoff on the other page, but I just journaled a bit more on that, talking about, what was it? I want to meld my art journal and my personal journal back together to do some actual writing in my journal because I missed that. And then I wanted to do more mixed media, which was on the card. So anyway, this is me. Yes, this is my December daily journal, and I'm still working on December, which is fine. We won't talk about the fact that it's like the 5th or the 6th now, and I still haven't even journaled about, you know, December. But anyway, I really want to get this done. I hemmed and hawed for a long time about whether I wanted to make a new journal to start the new year or if I just wanted to start it in this journal. And I really wanted to start a new journal, which you will see in this video as well. But yeah, so I'm just trying to finish this basically. I have a bunch of photos from the year that I haven't used yet, and I really wanted to get them all in this journal and finish 2017. So that's basically what I'm doing. I just took all my photos. This page, I did some distress stains, and I used some periwinkle blue dilutions paint through a Harlequin stencil. And again, I'm using my scrap bin to just matte photos. This is a photo of me waking up in the morning. It's so funny. As soon as I decide to get out of bed and make my coffee, the cat thinks that is the time to come lay on me. Which I don't mind at all, but I'm like, couldn't you lay on me before I'm ready to get up and not after I'm ready to get up? So then I always feel bad. So I cuddle with her for a little bit. So that's what this photo is. So I'm just sticking that down. I used some tissue paper and stuff. And I don't even know if that was on the 21st. I just stuck the 21 on there. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah. That's what happened there. Sorry. And then this is a photo of some inspiration that I printed out from Super Dimple 666 on Instagram. Her name's Jennifer. I've talked about her before, but she made this awesome mermaid tail, and I'd printed it out and hadn't journaled it yet, so I'm just putting that there and layering some pieces down. Tiny attached a tab there. This is my pen pal stockpile of things you guys have sent me that you can see in the binder down there. So I'm using that as well. I finished my pen pal journal with Jenny, which you probably already know about because I've probably mentioned it already, but I just wanted to take a photo of our journal that we did together and journal a little bit about that. I used a flare. I'm not sure what it says. Something about daydream. Probably don't quit your daydream. So that was pretty much it for that page. Then I have a picture of a sweatshirt that one of my friends got me. It has octopus tentacles on it, and I'm obsessed. So I found this picture in a National Geographic magazine of just these people looking into a fish tank. And it's this really pretty black and white. So I decided to use that as the background for this page. Trying to quickly journal and change it up and still make it interesting. So I cut around myself the selfie wearing this sweatshirt. My head got cut off, so I had to be a little creative with this one to make it look not so funky. So I took one of my circles from another one of my printables on my Etsy shop, which is always linked in the description box if you would like to check it out. So I just layered that under my head, and I have this acetate piece by Amy Tangerine that says "You Are My Favorite," and I just put that down there. You can see it pretty well in person on the magazine page, but not so much on camera. Pardon me while I drink my coffee. It's the only way I'm talking in full sentences at the moment. So I just took more from my scrap bin. This is some feather paper from Kyra, I believe, and ripped a little pocket. And I'm going to take another piece from my scrap bin. See what I'm doing? Doing pretty well, right? And I'm going to make a journaling card. I really like this eye image, and that was in my photos to use up. So I put that down on this gorgeous navy blue paper. And then I took my white Posca paint pen and I just made some scallops and lines with stars. This is about the extent of my doodling, but I really like how it looks. So I just did that on both sides of the photo, and I thought it looked really cool. Very simple, very easy, but definitely a winner. And then of course I made a little border. And that side is done, and then I have a photo of my aunt and my sister to journal about on the back. I rounded the corners, not sure why, but just felt right, I guess. And used a little bit of the magazine cut off from the other page as a layering element. So I just made the little collage. I used another one of my circles, which I use as journaling spots. And there's that, so I'll finish that later. Not sure what to do with that fold out, but I have a bunch of selfies that I never used. Some of them are from summer and stuff. So I took a bunch of my favorite neutral type scraps, I guess you could say, blacks and whites, and this scrap which actually matches the little fold out there in the middle. And I'm just making little collages on the page, and then I'll put my selfies on there. This is a really fun way to use up your scraps and make a really quick background. Literally just take a bunch of neutral-ish scraps and make a collage and then put something on top of it. So I decided to use this as like a fold-out pocket almost. I have a package that I sent to a friend in Portugal, and she hasn't received it yet. I don't know if she ever will. I hope she does. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So I wanted to journal about that. So I have the customs form receipt that I put in there, and then just a leftover picture from a outdoor adventure I went on this summer. And I wrote Forgotten Travels because I thought that was fitting. It's not really forgotten, but yeah, I thought it was just a cool title. So I was trying to stamp with the plum, and I grabbed the like hot fuchsia thing instead by accident, and I didn't like it, so I fixed it by putting a poison label over it. So we'll get back to that journaling in a minute, don't worry. But right now, I wanted to change it up because we're already halfway through the video. So this is my 2018 journal, and I will do a proper flip through in my journals I plan on using for 2018 video that will be coming up sometime this month. But I made myself a giant junk journal, and I wanted to use this as not only an experiment for myself to explore junk journals more, but I also wanted to use it as an opportunity to see how the journals I sell work. So like when I make journals for you guys, I clip a bunch of ephemera into... Holy crap. Something just fell down. That scared me. Where was I? Yeah, so I clip a bunch of ephemera in for you guys so that not only you have it to journal with, but kind of like a jump start for you, and it makes the journal more interesting but functional. Anyway, I wanted to see how it feels to journal in a book like that. So what I did was I took a bunch of ephemera that I wanted to use in this journal and clipped it in as if I was making it for somebody else. So that's going to be a fun experiment for me. I used the peculiarly odd printable from Nick the Booksmith. You can purchase them on our Etsy, but I love it. It's super quirky. There's a paper collection and an ephemera collection, and I purchased both and used them both in this book. It's got weird things like an image of the letter Jack the Ripper sent, and a Victorian crime scene photo. It's got steampunked octopus legs. It's got like mugshots. It's got just all things that I love. So I printed that out, and the image on the front cover of my journal is from her as well. But anyway, I will leave that linked below. If you like really odd, kind of creepy things, definitely go check that out. But I'm also going to be house sitting again at the end of this month through February, so I thought this would also be a great way to have ephemera with me without having to pick it out later and take it. Like, this is all things I know I want to use in this journal, and it's already clipped in here. So that's what I'm doing. I just thought it would be fun for you guys to see how I put the journal together. I literally just take a bunch of things that I think will work with the journal, and then I take paper clips and I go to town. And that's how I put together the finishing touches on the journals that I sell for you guys. If you missed the announcement, I will be putting up another batch of journals for sale on January 11th. The videos will go up at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, and then the actual journals will go up for sale on my Etsy at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, that's on January 11th. I will leave the info linked in the, not linked, but written out, there we go, in the description box below. So yeah, we're almost done this. I made this journal a lot bigger than I intended, honestly. I think there's like 70 pages in here, and I don't know if I'll ever finish it. But I really wanted to take my photo documenting all the journaling you guys see and mix it again with my writing. I seem to do this every January, but I know it doesn't work well. I know it's hard because my journaling is personal. That's why I call it personal journaling. My written journaling, I don't like when other people read it. So I have a really hard time doing my my journaling that you guys see and my written journaling in the same journal because it's hard to cover up. But I just really want it all in one place again. Like, I don't know. So anyway, that's what this journal is for. So again, you'll see more of this journal and I'll do a proper flip through, but this was just a fun way for you guys to see what I do when I make journals. And for me to ramble for like 5 minutes. So anyway, back to my December journal. I just stapled a little tab on that fold out so I could realize it was a fold out basically, and put a paper clip on it. And then these are some of the selfies that I had floating around. So I'm just sticking those down. As you can see, some of them are from summer. Right now it is not summer. I am actually sitting at my desk inside of my house with gloves on because it's that cold outside and inside. But anyway, the wind is just insane, and it's pretty warm in here, but our heat just can't keep up with the wind sucking it out. So anyway, yeah, Maine for the win. So I just stuck those photos down, did some star stamping, and then took another scrap and put another one of my labels on there. And I will end up writing forgotten selfies on it, I believe. Here I'm writing octopi, which, fun tip, these don't stick onto the magazine paper, so I eventually lost the eye and I had to packing tape it down, but I don't think you see that. But yeah, so just writing mermaid inspo. I'm loving these Posca paint pens. Like, I have never actually used a paint pen more than I have used these. I may just have to get rid of all my other ones, really. When it comes down to it. I have friends that love or my aunt has some friends that love the Sharpie paint pens, so she'll probably get those and she'll be very happy. I just wrote out comfy mornings and some letter stickers on there. Added some paw prints, which I don't think are kitty paw prints, they're doggy ones, but we can pretend. So yeah, hadn't realized the eye was gone yet, but I did put I did put a heart there. I put 12 there for December. And then I just have way too many pages left, so I ripped that one out. And I'm putting 2017 sticker from Little Raven Ink's Patreon. And I put goodbye 2017, and I'll put something else in the middle. But yeah, that's it for this Creative Week video, guys. Super long. Hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it.